My friend, and welcome to Pro Wrestling Daily. My name is Aaron Machbitz. The June 6th edition of Friday Night SmackDown was very interesting because of the closing segment between John Cena, Logan Paul, Jey Uso, and Cody Rhodes. Of course, we saw Seth Rollins throughout the show saying that he's going to take over wrestling, and he's been doing it on Monday Night Raw, so he wants to do it on Friday Night SmackDown, leading up to the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, where he claims that he's going to grab the briefcase and eventually win one of the championships and take over professional wrestling with his crew of Paul Heyman, Braun Breaker, and Bronson Reed. And at this point, it looks like Seth Rollins is on his way to doing that. I mean, on the June 6th edition of Friday Night SmackDown, he took out LA Knight. And I think the most interesting part of the whole thing was, well, first of all, the John Cena and Logan Paul, Jey Uso, and Cody Rhodes segment was awesome. If that didn't get you fired up for their tag team match at Money in the Bank, then you're just not really interested in what's going on with the storylines. Yes, I would have preferred probably some actual championship matches, but we're getting this tag team match. Even during that segment, we had some R-Truth chants, and John Cena, as the professional that he is, handled those beautifully. And then, of course, we see Logan Paul and John Cena standing tall to end the show. I don't know what that signifies, but it's very, very interesting, and something that I would never, ever, ever expected ever would be John Cena, one of the longest, tenured WWE superstars of all time. He's on my Mount Rushmore, along with Shawn Michaels, Randy Orton, and Macho Man Randy Savage, stand in the ring with Logan Paul, someone who is a YouTuber, a content creator, a social media guy, has not paid his dues in professional wrestling, which has rubbed a lot of the boys the wrong way, is now standing tall at the end of Friday Night SmackDown with John Cena. Very interesting. It's going to be very interesting what happens at Money in the Bank, and I'll give you my last minute predictions here. I think I've stated these a few times on a different shows, but if this is your first time watching Pro Wrestling Daily, here are my Money in the Bank predictions. I think Naomi is going to win the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. I think every single woman in that ladder match has the potential to be a world champion if they haven't already been a world champion, right? The ones who haven't been a world champion definitely have the potential and ability to be world champion. I could see Naomi winning that Money in the Bank briefcase, or Stephanie Vacour. Those are my two picks, but I'm leaning towards Naomi. And then you have the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. It seems likely that Seth Rollins will win, but I just don't think that will happen. I think there's something else that's going to be going on, because I really don't think he needs the Money in the Bank briefcase to eventually cash in, to eventually win a title from a Jey Uso or a John Cena. He just doesn't need the Money in the Bank briefcase. Again, 10 years ago when he cashed in at WrestleMania, when one of the best cash-ins of all time, yes, at that point in his career, he needed a cash-in. But now he's a bona fide superstar and about to become the guy, especially with what he's doing, continues to improve and get better, and maybe add a new guy, which we'll potentially talk about. But he doesn't need that Money in the Bank briefcase, and I think we're going to see Sami Zayn and CM Punk and potentially Roman Reigns at Money in the Bank to prevent him from winning that Money in the Bank briefcase. And there's going to be a lot going on during that match and the tag team match, and I just don't think it's going to happen. My pick is with LA Knight, who's been over for like 3 years now. The fans still love him. He puts together great matches. He can talk, he can move, he can wrestle. Everything about him is great. I mean, it's similar to like a Jey Uso type situation. I personally think that LA Knight is fantastic, and him winning the briefcase elevates him just a little bit more, and then a cash-in would be really cool from an LA Knight. People would really enjoy that. So my pick is the obvious one, obviously, is Seth Rollins, but I just don't think that will happen, and I don't think it's necessary. My pick is LA Knight. So Naomi and LA Knight. I'm recording this on what is it, June 7th. I'm recording this the morning of Money in the Bank, so you can timestamp this to say that those are my picks. You can also go look back at some future or previous videos to see who I picked there and know that those are my picks. I'm sticking to them, and we'll come back in the next couple days and react to what happens. But I think one of the most important things that happened on Friday Night SmackDown was what Seth Rollins whispered to Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes lost his title at WrestleMania. He got beat. He got beat by John Cena, and now he really doesn't know what to do. He's sort of stuck, floating around. Does he go after John Cena? Obviously, he is. They have a tag team match. How does he get his championship back? How does he take down John Cena to make sure John Cena doesn't ruin wrestling? How does he take down The Rock eventually when he comes back to maybe take his soul again? There's so many moving parts. So what did Seth Rollins whisper to Cody Rhodes? Will we see Cody Rhodes join Rollins and company? Will it be Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, Brunson Reed, Paul Heyman, and Cody Rhodes? Because we're building up to a Survivor Series match, and we know in Survivor Series we're going to have a Jey Uso, we're going to have a CM Punk, we're going to have a Sami Zayn, we're going to have a Roman Reigns. They're going to have a fifth guy as well. Seth Rollins is trying to build the best team he possibly can to take over wrestling. He wants all the power and all the control. So you have to really think about what he might have whispered to Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes is down and out. He doesn't have anyone to help him. He's sort of partnered with Jey Uso, but that's not really a thing. He's coming after John Cena. He wants to take out The Rock. He wants to take out Travis Scott. He needs a team to do that, and Seth Rollins is a revolutionary, and he can figure it out for him. So you got to think about what he might have whispered to him, what's down the line for these types of plans, and will Cody Rhodes be the next man to join Seth Rollins and company? I want you to think about that, and I want you to drop your predictions in the comments down below. Then like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Lots of love. Cheers.